It's fair to say that this is the original snowbird. In Hawaii, the kolea is the Pacific golden plover. These foraging birds hang out in Hawaii until it is spring, when they fatten up for their over 2,000-mile non-stop flight to Alaska. They have no waterproofing on their feathers, so they don't rest, but fly for 3 days straight. And fossils found in Oahu even reveal that plovers have done this 120,000 years. Because in the spring, they fly up north, and these birds spend 3 months in Alaska. They reclaim last year's breeding grounds and incubate eggs, hatching in 25 days. Mama and Daddy bird leave the nest just after the last chick hatches. And predators like foxes, jaegers, and caribou force the chickens to leave the nest. In barely a month, the chicks can then fly come August, which is when the parents then leave. Now, these adult plovers eat like mad, gain 50% of their body fat so that they have fuel for their 3-day flight over 2,000 miles to their Hawaiian home. Yeah, you heard me right. Every spring, these Pacific golden plovers, after bulking up, make a 3-day nonstop flight north and lose 50% of their body mass doing it. And right after their babies are ready to fly, and they've bulked up enough once more, they leave their babies to fend for themselves because these little ones can't make the flight. They don't have the bulk to make the trip, and they never even learn how to navigate with Alaska's summers. They'll never know to see the stars or a night sky at all until they fly south.
Why? Nobody knows.
Maybe baby plovers use Earth's magnetic field because it's a miracle when they do reach Hawaii.
My voice, but there's nothing.
But I've been told that when they return, they arrive in Hawaii at the exact same spot, year after year, for up to 20 years, and annually are welcomed by the natives. We think we understand the seasons, but in Hawaii, they mark the seasons by the coming and going of the kalea, the Hawaiian word that mimics the sound of Pacific golden plovers, the parents and their babies, because they mark the real passage of time.
It's not YouTube. I can't get Wi-Fi out here. I'd have made a live
That
stream.
was beautiful. Very cool. I have 3 more, and they're all about animals, and as I said, they will be in the universes in your hands. You can't see the title, the book cover, but that's okay. The book will be out in the next month or 2, hopefully. This one is another Baha'i Faith Center show, and this is called Ultimate Connectivity, A Bird in the Hand.
She's amazing. She plays a
So, after a night camping at Bryce National Canyon, there was snow on the ground, but my sleeping bag zipper wasn't broken. I got out of my tent in the morning, and a few little birds fluttered by.
That's what happens. Yeah,
Now, one seemed to hang out a little too close, so I put some grain in the palm of my hand, stretched out my forearm, and remained perfectly still. Almost on cue. Less than 2 minutes later, a bird landed on the palm of my hand to enjoy the bounty I gave them. And suddenly, I felt like I was Mother Earth. I could stretch out my arms like a scarecrow, but this time the animals wouldn't be afraid. And with my outstretched arms, I would give them food and shelter and love. And maybe that was when I twitched my finger, or else I was out of food. But the next thing I knew, My 3-inch little bird took a step or two along my palm, across my fingers, before it flew away.
My little nephew, he's 7 years old.
I've got 2 more. This next poem might be something I submit to Hamilton this next year. But this was for Pennsylvania.
Super fun.
Title finally found home.
Perfect moment. He's gonna live a happy, productive.
We were outside at night in fair hope, under an intricate quilt of stars in the sky.
I saw him on Facebook.
Lying on the grass, stars blinking at us, resting my head on your shoulder, feeling I finally found home. You signaled in silence as a leg length away. A deer walked by, unnoticing, unconcerned, then saw me, stopped, and sprinted away. Was it fear they felt? For I fear they feel it from me, and never were they more safe. Because looking back, all I could think was, why does a perfect moment have to end? I hope you're not applying for me because he's just so perfect with this. I'm going to do one more as a tell about this one. And it is about Texas. It's about actually a state park. This is titled Retracing Steps Through History. When we were little, we learned how dinosaurs roamed this land so long ago in its history. And if we're lucky, we would even take a field trip maybe to the Field Museum to see giant structures holding together the bones of a Tyrannosaurus or even a T-Rex. As we got older, we learned more of the history of planet Earth and that a 6-mile-wide asteroid left the crater along Mexico, along the Gulf, triggering a mega earthquake lasting for months, leaving iridium on the land and ash in the air, leading to an eventual demise of those dinosaurs. But whether we're scientists or paleontologists or geologists or chemists, it doesn't matter. When little kids want to play with toy dinosaurs and a part of us remains a dinophile at heart. Is that why, when I read the news that Texas droughts in 2023 led to even more dinosaur prints now discovered in Dinosaur Valley State Park, that I knew I had to check it out for myself? Though, knowing me and how work will always get in the way, I'd only get around to visiting Dinosaur Valley State Park once the rains fell. But that's okay. We got our feet wet as we trounced around from one petrified fossil to the next. Wait, we didn't trounce. We delicately stepped for fear of slipping and dropping our huge cameras. So we sucked it all in, examining footprints of creatures here so long ago before us that you couldn't help but somehow try to connect the pieces of these long ago lives to your own. Until you hear a man yelling at his dog to stop drinking the water from one of those newly rained on tracks. Afterward, we looked at each other until I said, but how many can say that their dog with water from a petrified dinosaur track? And we both laughed, and then both of us looked back at the dinosaur tracks as we still continued to try to connect pieces.